Donald Trump is just getting smothered with bad news this morning. You have the Prime Minister of India, Modi, saying that Donald Trump is absolutely lying, that they had a conversation where Modi said he wasn't going to be buying Russian oil. Modi said that conversation never took place at all. Donald Trump's approval rating is dropping even more. It's at 37% right now. That's as the No Kings protest officially became the biggest mass protests in the history of the United States. We're learning more about the collapsing, flawed, fraudulent ceasefire deal that Donald Trump did in the Middle East that Israel and Hamas never even signed. The bodies of 57 Palestinians have apparently been brought to Gaza hospitals in just the past 24 hours from some of the Israeli shelling taking place. Israel says that Hamas violated the ceasefire. Hamas claims it hasn't violated the ceasefire and says that Israel's cutting off humanitarian avenues. Hamas says it's not disarming. Israel does not support, at the Netanyahu-Smotrich level, do not support a two-state solution. We'll keep you posted on what's going on there. Also, Lebanese media says that there have been 3 Israeli airstrikes targeting the southern areas of Lebanon as well. I'll just show you this clip right here. This is when Donald Trump lied and claimed that he just had a conversation with Modi, and Modi told him that he would not be buying further oil from Putin. And Modi's now saying that conversation never took place. Donald Trump's a liar. Here, let me just remind you what Trump said. Here, play this clip.
We have a great relationship. No, we were not happy with him buying oil from Russia, because that lets Russia continue on with this ridiculous war where they've lost 1.5 million people. By the way, Russia's lost 1.5 million people, soldiers mostly. This is a war that should have never started, but it's a war that Russia should have won in the first week, and they're going into the 4th year. And I want to see it stop. So I was not happy that India was buying oil. And he assured me today that they will not be buying oil from Russia. That's a big stop. And he's assured me there will be no oil purchased from Russia. I don't know. Maybe that's a breaking story. Can I say that? Would you say? There will be no oil. He's not buying his oil from Russia. It started. You know, you can't do it immediately. It's a little bit of a process. But the process is going to be over with soon.
Now, even Marjorie Taylor Greene came out with a statement this morning criticizing Donald Trump and Republicans for not having the House of Representatives open. Marjorie Taylor Greene posts, "The House should be in session working. We should be finishing appropriations. Our committees should be working." Then she says, "We should be passing bills that Trump wants." But Trump's the one actually who wants to keep the House not working, Marjorie Taylor Greene, because they don't want the 218 signature on the Epstein petition from Adelita Grijalva, the Arizona Congresswoman-elect from their 7th Congressional District. And Marjorie Taylor Greene says this about MAGA Mike: "I have no respect for the decision to refuse to work." As our editor-in-chief Ron Filipkowski writes, today, Mike Johnson will have had the House adjourned for 77 out of the last 89 days. House Republicans have worked just 12 days in 3 months. Can I just repeat that again for you? House Republicans have worked 12 days in the last 3 months, because you'll recall they shut down Congress over the summer because they didn't want to debate the Epstein files. Then they came back and they stopped working again because they don't want to talk about the Epstein files. And they don't want their members even talking to Democrats, yet alone negotiating with Democrats about protecting people's health care. 20 million Americans about to lose their health care. In addition, one of the things that the Trump regime's White House rapid response account just posted in response to Governor Newsom's press account, saying that this shrapnel from these ordnances, these missiles from these artillery shells from these howitzers, one of them exploded over the road and the shrapnel fell everywhere, including on police vehicles. Fortunately, the highway was shut down. There was a typo in the governor's press account's message about ordinances and the shrapnel falling everywhere, to which the White House responded, "First of all, it's ordinance, you buffoons." An ordinance is an authoritative decree, so it makes sense you'd confuse the two. Secondly, it was allegedly shrapnel, not the ordinance, that left a tiny dent scratch on the vehicle's hood. God bless our great Marines. As Governor Newsom then posted, this is the type of explosive that detonated prematurely. The best Fox News can come up with is that this was concerning. This could have killed someone. The Fox report is patrol car hit by shrapnel during Marine Corps live fire demo at celebration attended by J.D. Vance. That's the Fox headline right there. But you like how the White House goes, it was just shrapnel landing on the police vehicles. Who the hell cares? What are you talking? Shrapnel from artillery landing on cars? Someone would have died potentially if Governor Newsom did not shut down the highway. But that's the MAGA Republicans for you.
Ever have one of those moments where your body reminds you it's not 25 anymore? Maybe it's the slower recovery after a workout or the way your joints creak like an old floorboard. And don't get me started on how much worse it is in the winter. It's like my energy goes into hibernation. Aging is a reality for all of us, but our actions determine how we age. That's why I use Qualia Senolytic to help keep my cells healthy and my body feeling youthful. Zombie cells are real and they're aging you. These senescent cells stop being useful, but stick around, draining your energy, slowing recovery, and making you feel older than you are. Qualia Senolytic helps your body fight back against aging. It's a powerful, clinically tested formula with 9 vegan, plant-derived compounds that support your body's natural ability to eliminate zombie cells, so you can feel sharper, stronger, and more energized. Take it just 2 days a month. That's all it takes. Take Qualia Senolytic for just 2 days a month and start aging better at the cellular level. After adding Qualia Senolytic to my routine, I noticed a real difference. My energy feels steadier, recovery is quicker, and mentally, I'm more dialed in. Experience the science of feeling younger. Go to qualialife.com/Meidas for up to 50% off your purchase and use code Meidas for an additional 15%. That's qualialife.com/Meidas for up to 50% off your purchase. Your older self will thank you. And thanks to Qualia for sponsoring this episode.
By the way, this was MAGA Mike Johnson today. Manu Raju said, well, what if the Senate ends up voting on paying for the furloughed government workers to give them some back pay right now? Would you be forced to then open up the House? And you'll see MAGA Mike tries to dodge the question because he does not want to open up the House. Like, I don't know, what am I going to do if the Senate actually votes to pay some of these furloughed workers? So MAGA Mike's rooting that these federal workers don't get paid. Watch for yourself. Here, play this clip.
Will you bring the House back if the Senate passes this bill to fund federal workers?
Well, yeah, then the ball would be back in our court, and we'd probably have to do that.
This week? Could you do that this week?
Yes. I don't have any faith that they're going to pass it, though. I think they're going to continue to play games. But we're on a 48-hour notice to return everybody to do work as soon as they'll turn the lights on or do something meaningful like that.
Mr. Speaker, we know the Senate Republicans are meeting.
Also, during this morning's press briefings, MAGA Mike was asked about the video that Donald Trump shared, this AI video of Trump defecating, of Donald Trump dumping or dropping his poop on peaceful protesters in New York, including, one high-profile Democratic influencer by the name of Harry Sisson. And MAGA Mike's like, that's satire. That's funny. That's what Donald Trump does. Johnson did not elaborate on what Trump's point might have been, but you had Johnson saying, that's Donald Trump just proving a point right there. So this is when the reporter asked MAGA Mike Johnson this morning about that. Here, play this clip.
Senator Johnson, you say that the Democrats had a Hate America rally, but what does it say that the President of the United States over the weekend released a video of him pooping on the American people?
The president uses social media to make a point. You can argue he's probably the most effective person who's ever used social media for that. He is using satire to make a point. He is not calling for the murder of his political opponents, and that's what these people are doing. I mean, they're in one of these photos. I think there's a picture of the president hanging in effigy by a noose on one of these. The one on the far end. I mean, it's unconscionable.
MAGA Mike was then asked further questions about Adelita Grijalva. Let's show you this clip right here.
I will administer the oath to her I hope on the first day we come back, legislative session, I'm willing and anxious to do that. In the meantime, instead of doing TikTok videos, she should be serving her constituents. She could be taking their calls. She can be directing them, trying to help them through the crisis that the Democrats have created by shutting down the government.
Now, I'm going to do a longer video on this. This morning, finally, Australia's Prime Minister Anthony Albanese was able to meet with Donald Trump after Trump's been, I guess, too scared to do that meeting. Trump wants to prioritize his meeting with enemies like Putin, who are Trump's real allies. And so a reporter from Australia asks Donald Trump in front of Albanese, what do you think about the ambassador to the United States? He's sitting right there. He's criticized you before. Would you have a response to that? And watch Donald Trump's weird response. Here, play this clip.
Please, go ahead.
There's been concern in Australia that it's taken 9 months to get this meeting. Have you had any concerns with this administration, with its stance on Palestine, climate change, or even things the ambassador said about you in the past, the Australian ambassador?
I don't know anything about him. I mean, if he said bad, then maybe he'll like to apologize. I really don't know. Did an ambassador say something bad about him? Don't tell me. I don't. Where is he? Is he still working for you?
Yeah.
You said bad?
Before I took this position, Mr. President.
I don't like you either. I don't, and I probably never will. Go ahead. No, you what? Go ahead, behind you, President.
And then Donald Trump attacks one of the camera people who he says damaged the mirror that he took out from the vault. Here, let me show you this clip. Let's play it.
And you got to watch that. Watch that. You're not allowed to break that. That mirror is 400 years old. A camera just hit the mirror. Ay. I just moved it up here special from the vaults, and first thing that happens, a camera hits it. Hard to believe, isn't it? Hard to believe, but these are the problems in life. So we're going to be here to talk about lots of different things, and we might take a few questions before, but we are discussing critical minerals and rare.
Kristi Noem held a press conference this morning as well, Department of Homeland Security Secretary, who's using ICE to terrorize the American people. She recently also purchased $200 million worth of private jets, Gulfstream jets for herself, so that she and Corey Lewandowski could, I guess, fly around and gallivant around this country and live out their fantasy of terrorizing Americans. But she was asked, working families are afraid to go out with their documents. Working families, even like American citizens, are afraid. What's your response to that? Watch her response to that right here. Let's play this clip.
Yes. We see working families afraid to go out without documents. What message do you have for them?
You're saying that working families are afraid to go out? I think they should be in this country legally. They have no fear whatsoever if they're in this country abiding by our laws. And that is the wonderful thing about America. Everybody is treated equally, and we don't pick and choose who the law applies to and who it doesn't. So individuals have the opportunity every day, if they're here illegally, to go home. Go home to your country and come the right way. If they wait until we detain them and we have to remove them ourselves, they'll never get the chance to come back to America.
And by the way, we're seeing images right here of some of the innocent Colombian fishermen who were killed by the United States government in war crimes as the United States kills lots of people in the Caribbean. I think it's close to 30 people right now. Fishing boats being blown up. Again, war crimes in the United States. You see this guy right here, Alejandro Carranza, a career fisherman pictured below, one of the people that Trump killed when the boat blew up. There were two additional individuals who actually survived, and they were sent one was sent to Ecuador, and I think one was sent to another country. They claim to be prosecuted there. Supposedly these narco war criminals, the United States does not want to bring them back. That probably tells you everything you need to know right there about what's truly happening and going on. But we'll keep you posted every step of the way as we learn more here on the MeidasTouch network. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 6 million subscribers, and thanks for watching.
Love this video? Support independent media and unlock exclusive content, ad-free videos, and custom emojis by becoming a paid member of our YouTube channel today. You can also gift memberships to others. Let's keep growing together.